I step into a maze, wherever it turns unknown. Winding hallways whisper secrets that I've outgrown. In the darkness of these corridors, echoes call my name. Lost within the labyrinth, consumed by fear and shame. Every wall reflects a past I can't escape. Yet I press on through the shadows, determined to reshape. Lost in the labyrinth, wandering on my own, amid endless turns, I search for truths unknown. If I lose my way within this maze so overgrown, lost in the labyrinth, I'll forge dirt path back home. Find the door, 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 find the door. Corridors of doubt, where memories lie in wait. Each corner holds a promise or a twist of fate. I trace the steps of former days with every breath I take, haunted by the echoes of decisions I can't unmake. Every wall reflects a past I can't escape, yet I press on through the shadows, determined to reshape the faces of the past, like shadows on the wall. Remind me that from failure I can rise above it all. Step by step I'll break the walls and let the light in, transforming every misstep into victory from within. Lost in the labyrinth, wandering on my own, amid endless turns, I search for truths unknown. If I lose my way within this maze so overgrown, lost in the labyrinth, I'll forge a path back home. Break the wall, 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 break the wall. In the fading echoes of this maze, I find a brand new start. The labyrinth may twist and turn, but I follow my own heart. Every winding path a lesson, every shadow makes me grow. In the maze of my mind, I finally learned to let it go.
They never asked for statues, they never marched for fame, but they carried the weight of freedom so we could carry on.
He was 19 in the desert rain, letters home he'd never sent, left his truck and walked alone. Found the fire and held the line, did his duty rain or shine, came back scars, not medals shown.
You might not know the faces, but you live in what they gave. They didn't fight to be remembered, they fought so we'd remember peace. Every name on every marker is a prayer that doesn't cease. And if you raise your flag tomorrow, let it wave for those we've lost. They paid the price we couldn't carry and never once counted the cost. She drove convoys through the night, beneath the sky without moonlight, wrote her son from overseas, held a photo by her chest, wore her their silence like a vest still salutes when children sing. No headlines in the morning, just echoes in the stone. They didn't fight to be remembered, they fought so we'd remember peace. Every step they took in silence built the roads where we find ease. And if you sleep in quiet safety, know they stood so you could rest. They bore the storms we'll never weather and gave their best without regret. Freedom isn't handed down, it's carried on backs of those who never asked for praise. They left behind the life they started so we could live with brighter days. They didn't fight to be remembered, but we remember just the same. In every fold of every banner lies the weight behind their name. So when you speak of peace and country, speak it low but speak it true. The price they carried wasn't glory, it was me, it was you. We may not know all their names, but we know what they stood for, and we carry it still. We don't rise for vengeance, we rise because it's right. We raise the flame for the ones who kept it burning.
My father stood in desert dust with nothing but his oath and trust. He lost a part he'd never show, but waved the flag and let us grow. He taught me how to stand up tall and guard the weak when duty calls.
The shadows on our morning news, but we don't fold, we lace our boots. When towers fell and silence screamed, we carried hope through shattered beams. We don't throw fists, we don't throw blame. We build back strong, we own our name. Raise the flame, let it shine, from sea to sea, from yours to mine. Not out of hate, not out of pride, but for the fallen still beside. We don't need noise to show our strength. We walk for peace, we'll go the length. And when the storm begins to roar, you'll find our boots at freedom's door. You won't hear us curse or scream, but we'll defend what others dream. With steady hands and silent grace, we hold the line, we take their place. She wrote her name beneath the stars, left hometown nights and corner bars. She didn't march to make a show, but to protect the world we know. From every coast and mountainside, they walk so truthful and love to hide. Raise the flame, let it shine, from sea to sea, from yours to mine. Not out of hate, not out of pride, but for the fallen still beside. We don't need noise to show our strength. We walk for peace, we'll go the length. And when the storm begins to roar, you'll find our boots at freedom's door. This isn't just the American way. It's the quiet vow we make and keep long after the song ends.
Barefoot steps on a gravel bend, fishing line in the breeze again, sunlight dancing on a quiet stream, chasing minnows and childhood dreams. These were the mornings that never grew old, stories we'd whisper, secrets we told. The sky wide open, time standing still, hearts unbroken, and water to fill. Tree bark carved with names and dates, skipping stones like tempting fate, laughing loud as robins flew. A hidden world for me and you. These were the mornings that never grew old, stories we'd whisper and secrets we told. The sky wide open, time standing still, hearts unbroken, and water to fill. Now I sit where tall grass sways, same old stream, but different days. Close my eyes and I hear us still, that little boy heart always will. These were the mornings that never grew old, stories we'd whisper and secrets we told. The sky wide open, time standing still, hearts unbroken, and water to fill. Sunlit lines on gentle water, echoes drifting of sons and daughters.
They called his name at morning light. She still sets 2 plates every night. He didn't come home in uniform, but in the way she keeps him warm. He wore his cap with the bill turned low, tucked a picture in his coat before he'd go. Met her working at the 5 and dime, said, if I get shipped out, will you write sometimes? She laughed and said, only if you do first. He said, I ain't scared, but I've seen worse. They shared one kiss beneath the flagpole, then he left with a heart half whole. Letters came with desert dust and pages creased with sand and trust. He wrote of sun that burned the ground of nights so quiet, no friendly sound. She'd read them all beneath her quilt, his words like bricks where dreams were built. She whispered back to his every line, wherever you march, you're still mine. He prays every night like he's just late, sets his boots by the front gate. She says love don't need to be seen to stay. In that old chair he's just away. Neighbors talk but they don't dare to ask why she still sets two chairs. She just smiles and softly sways and waits for love in yesterdays. The parade rolls by every 4th of July, but her eyes don't sparkle, just reflect the sky. She hums his song as the flags all wave, and leaves dog tags by his name engraved. Kids ask why she looks so proud. She says some goodbyes don't need sound. She touches the stone like she touches air, like he's still sitting in that chair. No metal shines as bright as grace, no trumpet calls what love can't face. He's more than full and he's still near. In every quiet she holds him here. She prays, though the world has moved along, she keeps his story in her song. She says love don't break when hearts are true, it stands its post like soldiers do. She won't move that empty chair, not for time, not for despair, 'cause where he sat is where she'll stay, till taps is played at end of day. He never walked back through that door, but he never really left her floor. He's there beside her, always more.
Spring rain falls, washing the pain. A brand new start, a fresh refrain. The world awakens with every drop. My heart beats fast, can't make it stop. In the spring, I'm born again, a fresh new start where dreams begin. Summer burns with love's sweet flame. We chase the light and play the game. Autumn winds, they call my name, whispering secrets never the same. Winter's frost may freeze my soul, but through it all, I'll stay whole. Summer sun, so bright and high, I feel the heat, I spread my wings to fly, chasing dreams in the fiery light. I'm alive, burning through the night. Autumn leaves fall, the world slows down. Golden hues scatter on the ground. I pause to think, I start to see the lessons learned have set me free. In the spring, I'm born again, a fresh new start where dreams begin. Summer burns with love's sweet flame. We chase the light and play the game. Autumn winds, they call
stay whole. Winter's here, the world turns cold, but in the stillness I find my soul. Snowflakes fall, soft and pure. In the silence I find my cure. Seasons change, but I stand tall. Through the storms I've seen it all. From the spring to winter's grace, I'll find my way in every place. Lightning cracks the silence of my soul, a flash of rage that burns and takes control. Drifting through the chaos where the winds collide. In this raging storm, there's nowhere left to hide. Raindrops fall like memories of battles lost, yet a quiet spark within defies the heavy cost. Under the tempest I stand alone, dodging every flash, fighting for my own. If I fall, I'll rise, my truth is always shown. Under the tempest I claim a strength unknown. Stand tall, stand tall, stand tall, stand tall, stand tall, stand tall, stand tall. Clouds of doubt swirl in the midnight sky. Every rumbling thunder shakes the reasons why. But deep inside the gale, a heartbeat dares to sing, a promise that even storms will yield to hope's bright spring. Though the dark may overwhelm and winds may tear apart, I hear that whispered courage echoing within my heart. In the roar of the raging night, I break through the despair. Every drop of rain becomes a vow that I still care. No storm can shatter the flame that burns relentlessly, for in this wild tempest I unlock the power to be free. Under the tempest I stand alone. Every stormy moment builds the strength I own. If I stumble in the flash, I'm determined to atone. Under the tempest I'll forever mold my throne.
We don't fight to make the front page. We don't serve to be thanked. But when the flag's in the wind, we still raise our hands. My father stood in the southern heat with worn-out boots and blistered feet. He packed his meals, he walked alone, but every step was for our home. He never asked the world to see, just prayed we'd raise our kids free. She held a picture in her vest, a boy in stripes, a Sunday dress. Her letters home were calm and light, though battles raged through sleepless nights. She said, I serve so no one sees the price of peace beneath the trees. We still raise our hands when the sky turns gray. We stand our ground So when the drums call one more stand, you'll see us rise, you'll see our hands. From dusty plains to ocean rain, through blackouts, loss, and airline chains, they carried hope, not hate or fire. They lit the dark with quiet tire. Their names are carved not just in stone, but in the lives we call our own. It's not revenge that drives us still, it's every house on every hill. It's porch lights left for those who roam, it's knowing they'll be welcomed home. We still raise our hands when the storms come through. We walk as one, in red, white, and blue. Not for applause, not just to fight, but to defend what gives us light. So when the siren calls again, we'll stand as sons, we'll stand as friends. We don't salute for glory, we salute 'cause someone has to, and we still do. We weren't born to boast, we were built to hold the line. You ask what this nation stands for, let me show you what we're made of. We were raised on dirt roads and roadie, with folded flags above the fire. We learned to stand through loss and thunder, to mend a fence and lift the wire. No, we don't claim to be the loudest, but we show up when it gets hardest. We don't trade honor for the easy way, we carry weight so peace can stay. This is what we're made of, grit and grace, from battlefields to front porch faith. It's not the noise, it's the resolve to answer when our country calls. We bend, we break, but still we rise, with steady hearts and clearer eyes. We're not here just to wave the flag, we are what holds this nation fast. We've seen the cost of every freedom, in muddy boots and hands gone still. But we don't fight for medals, glory, we fight so children can be still. So mothers sing with quiet safety, so fathers walk through fields in peace. We don't want thanks, just space to serve, to guard the light this land deserves. This is what we're made of, truth and time, not just in blood, but how we bind. We hold the line, then lift again, not for revenge, but to defend. We're builders, not just those who bled. We shape tomorrow with what's been said. We don't need thrones or cannon praise, just one more dawn where freedom stays. And if you ask what strength looks like, it's not in fire, but in the fight. To build a home, to keep it whole, to guard the dream that feeds the soul. This is what we're made of, flesh and will, of towns that rise and hands that build, of prayers unspoken, flags held tight, of choices made in darkest night. We don't just stand, we hold the ground, where honor, peace, and hope are found. So ask again what we're made of, we are the light you're dreaming of. Not for glory, not for show, but because someone always must. we still do. He kissed her forehead, didn't say much, just packed his gear, tied his boots, and walked into the dawn like it was just another Sunday. She found his note on the coffee pot, just 4 lines and a little dot. Fix the fence and feed the hound, I'll be back when boots hit ground. But fall turned into another spring, and letters came, but not his ring. Now every night she lights the porch like it still points north. They say the strong don't need to speak, but she still listens when the floorboards creak. And she walks the trail behind the shed, wears his flannel when she makes the bed, still sets 2 cups when coffee brews, talks out loud like he hears her news. There's no flag big enough to say what he gave when he walked away, but in her heart come break or day, his boots still know the way. His brother drives out once a week, brings her groceries, doesn't speak, just checks the truck and oils the gate. Says you know he never ran late. They watch the news but mute the war. It hurts too much to know what for. Still she leaves a plate out every night, just left of the candlelight. No headline reads the name she keeps, but love stands guard where memory sleeps. And she walks the trail behind the shed, wears his flannel when she makes the bed, still sets 2 cups when coffee brews, talks out loud like he hears her news. There's no flag big enough to say what he gave when he walked away, but in her heart come break or day, his boots still know the way. They folded cloth with honor bright, but didn't see her sleepless nights. He's not just gone, he's just not here. She still feels him drawing near. So she walks the trail behind the shed, talks to stars from their old bed, still sings his name into the breeze, says you serve so we could breathe. And though the stone says just his name, she bears the weight just the same, 'cause love don't leave, it just obeys, and his boots still know the way. He never said goodbye, but he left everything pointed home.
If this letter finds you, it means I didn't walk back through that door. But don't lower your eyes, I'm still standing guard. The boots are empty by the bed, but I still march inside your head. I wore your smile beneath my vest, kept your voice close to my chest. The battle called, I didn't run, I stood my ground beneath the sun. So if you hear the silence fall, it's just me answering the final call. So hold the line, for everything we said was mine and thine. Let the flag wave where courage rose and heart still brave. I gave it all without reward.
I'm still standing guard. I miss the birthdays, miss the spring, but I brought peace with everything. I didn't write this just to cry. I wrote to say you helped me try. If love could build a wall so wide, then loss can't steal what lived inside. So light a candle by the door, and know my post is evermore. So hold the line for every vow we said in borrowed time. Let the flag wave for every soul it rose to save. I may be gone from your backyard, but I'm still standing guard. Tell my mother I still rise with every dawn in open skies. Tell my brother carry on, I've only left to lead him strong. So hold the line and let your steps still echo into mine. Raise the light for all we lived and didn't write. Etch my name deep in your heart, 'cause I'm still standing guard. I didn't fall, I took my place, right where duty called.
They folded the flag and walked away, but he's never left, not from this porch, not from this heart. The house still leans where he drove that nail, boot marks dried in the morning pale. I touched the coat he hung last fall, and swear I still can hear him call. The door still creaks like it knows his weight. I light the porch round 8:30. They say the gone don't get to stay, but his voice never fades away. I hold the quiet like it's a vow. He's not gone, just not here now. And I still see him in the light on the swing at Friday night. Hear his hum in the window pane when it rains and calls his name. There's a silence strong and wide that walks with me, stays inside. Though the boots are by the door apart, he's still standing in my heart. I read his other two light war. He said, be the kind that builds, not destroy. He said, protect the weak and speak the truth, and never lose your deeper roots. Now that boy walks tall and free, with his father's steadiness in his feet. And when the anthem starts to play, we both still turn and softly say, it ain't just uniforms or guns, it's love that serves so others run. I still stand in the light on the swing at Friday night. Hear his hum in the window pane when it rains and calls his name. There's a silence strong and wide that walks with me, stays inside. Though the boots are by the door apart, he's still standing in my heart. They gave us medals, folded cloth, but they don't know what love has cost. I'd give the world to see his grin, but I find him every time I begin to remember how he laughed out loud, danced real slow, stood tall and proud. When our flag lifts in the morning air, he's the whisper rising there. And even if the world forgets, my soul holds no regrets. He's not just memory or art, became the part of me that never surrenders.
They didn't send me here. I walked in with my boots laced tight, not to die, but to stand for what's right. I was born in a house with a flag out front, learned to say yes sir and never run. I didn't dream of battlefields or guns, just wanted peace for everyone. But when the towers fell and the world stood still, I felt a fire no storm could kill. Signed my name without a second guess, put on the green, gave it my best. So if you see this folded cloth, know I gave it all and nothing's lost. I'm proud to lie on the ground I chose beneath this sky, where stories sleep but values rise and mothers weep. Don't say I'm gone, just say I rose to stand upon the ground I chose. Mama still bakes my favorite pie, sets a plate and says he's nearby. And my little brother wears my tag, wipes his tears with the same old flag. Tell my girl to sing out loud, tell my son make me proud. Tell my town stay brave, stay kind, the mission lives in hearts, not signs. I'm proud to lie where honor stands and stars still fly. No trumpets here, just roots and stone and voices clear. I didn't fall, I simply chose to rest upon the ground I chose. Don't lower your gaze, I am not beneath you, I am beside you, still standing.
He left before the frost set in, took my jacket but not my fears. And every mile he drove is where I find him now. Coffee-stained maps in the glove box bin, a faded photo of us back when he'd drive all night, windows down, chasing silence through this town. Steel-toe boots still by the door since that knock in '04. And I ain't cleaned out his seat, feels like he might still speak. Yeah, this thing guzzles like a storm, but it keeps me close, keeps him warm. I take his truck to that diner by the edge of luck, sit in the booth he always claimed, order his meal and leave his name. I find the back road out of town, hit the dirt till I break down. Every tear, every ache I choke, writes the miles we never spoke. what I talk to him that still gets through. I take his truck and drive past where we used to muck in fields of mud and summer sweat. Still hear his laugh, I ain't lost it yet. I ride till the radio fades to hum and the rear view blurs what I've become. Every gear, every turn I poke pulls the weight of the words we never spoke. I said too little when it was time. Now this engine holds the rhyme. He taught me more with quiet miles than preachers do with practice smiles. So I take his truck, no plans, no path, no giving up. I ride for all the things he missed, birthdays, vows, that final kiss. The world moved on, but I still steer through every laugh, through every tear. And if I stall or if I choke, it's just the miles we never spoke. I don't drive it to remember him, I drive it so he remembers me.
I never thought I'd write this down, but I owe it to the ones I left behind. Not just for the uniform, but for what it stood for. I felt the ground shake under boots, heard the call, had to choose. Left a picture on the fridge at home, a ring, a name, and a dial tone. They say the brave don't hesitate, but fear still walks through every gate. I kissed her hand and held my breath, swore to serve, not fear the death. And in that moment, loud and clear, a voice inside said, stand right here. Would I bleed for what is right? Stand through fire, hold the line. If this heart stops, let it be for the ones who still believe in me. Through the storm, through the smoke and sand, I would rise, I would take that stand. This oath we carry, come what may, it's carved in me, it won't decay. She reads my letters by the light, still wears my flannel every night. Our baby's crawling now, they say. He's got my stubborn, quiet way. And when I feel like letting go, I see their faces through the smoke. And even if they never know, I marched for love, not for show. And in my chest it beats so loud, a vow that won't be silenced now. Would I bleed for what is right? Stand through fire, hold the line. If this heart stops, let it be for the ones who still believe in me. Through the storm, through the smoke and sand, I would rise, I would take that stand. This oath we carry, come what may, it's carved in me, it won't decay.
I don't fight to be a name or chase a medal or parade. I fight so someone else can stay and chase the sunrise every day.
Would I bleed for what is right? Stand through fire, hold the line. If it's my name they call that day, let them know I walk the way. Not for war, but peace and grace. For every hand I can't replace. This oath we carry, it still remains a light that burns through loss and rain.
Some things you carry long after the uniform's folded, but the oath never leaves you.
They don't play taps for the living, but sometimes I still hear it in the way the wind runs through the trees, and in the silence I stand. I didn't grow up chasing war, I grew up chasing dreams and dirt. But one day duty called me in, and I stood tall inside the hurt. They said, "This land will thank you, son." I said, "Just let her stay free when I'm gone." They dressed me in the army green, my granddad's medals on the shelf. He used to say, "It's not for pride, it's for the man beside yourself." I wore that oath beneath my skin and marched through fire, through thick and thin. So if you're walking past this row of names, no silence here, still speaks our aims. I'm at peace where the flag don't fall and the hills still breathe, where the silence stands for every voice that shaped this land. Don't cry for me, don't change the plan, just live for where the silence stands. Mama once brought me flowers here when Uncle Joe came home in stone. Now she brings them just the same, but the ribbon's got my name alone. She smiles through tears and says to me, "You stood so I could still be free." Tell my brother guard the porch at dusk. Tell my girl she's stronger than the both of us. Tell my hometown don't raise a statue, just raise boys who walk the path too. I'm at peace where the echoes sleep and the roots run deep, where the silence stands, not for death but the promised hands. Don't mourn too long, just make your stand in the place where silence still commands. This ground isn't quiet, it sings. In every oath you keep, still here, still standing, where the silence speaks.
I wore the uniform, but it was your name I carried with me everywhere I stood. The porch light still shines every night, like it's waiting for your truck headlights. Your laughter echoes through the barn, like the past is still warm in my arms. You taught me right from wrong with grace, said don't just serve, protect this place. And when I crossed that line of dust, I carried more than pride and trust. You're the reason I salute, through the silence and the truth, in every oath I ever swore. It's your love I'm fighting for, through the battle, through the storm. You're the peace I still hold on, though the world may never see the proof. You're the reason I salute. Mom still folds your shirts just right, keeps your photo by the porch light. I your boots across the floor. Still hear your footsteps by the door. They gave us medals, gave us songs, but they can't name what made me strong. It wasn't rank or war's acclaim, it was hearing you say my name. You're the reason I salute, through the silence and the truth, in every oath I ever swore. It's your love I'm fighting for, through the battle, through the storm. You're the peace I still hold on, though the world may never see the proof. You're the reason I salute. Not every hero wears the green, some just hold the weight unseen. And when I fall and strength feels through, I rise again remembering you. You're the reason I salute, through the fire, through the roots. You're the prayer behind each breath, the truth I'd carry into death. If I'm the shield, then you're the flame, burning through my blood and name. And though I march with stars and boots, you're the reason I salute. Some gave all, some gave more. You gave me a reason to walk through that door. They taught us how to stand, how to aim, how to salute, but no one tells you what to do when you're marching into life. Before the dust settles, the cap fits snug, the sky turned wide. Our names get stitched with army pride. From cat gray to boots brand new, we trade in fear for something true. A call to serve, not just obey. We rise as one, then march away. Before the dust settles, ain't standing in line. Hearts on fire, but eyes still blind. No medal shines like courage shown, no soldier walks this road alone. So raise your voice, hold steady pace. We march for more than just a place. The halls we leave, the bonds we made, still echo through the plans we laid. Some stay back, some laid the way, but all have debts no song can pay. The world awaits, unsure, unknown, and it will wear our courage grown. We carry dreams we can't explain, the joy, the fear, the quiet strain. But brotherhood is built through dust, and each of us a sacred trust. Before the dust settles, we won't delay. Our boots will write what words can't say. Through every mile and trial endured, we stand for those who once were sure. So tie the laces, face the flame, and never march back quite the same. This isn't the end of our time in gray, it's just the start of everything blue. If you're holding these words, you already know. I didn't make it home, but I left more than I took.
I packed more than rations in my bag. I brought your voice, your laugh, your name. Carried prayers inside my chest and wore your love like steel and flame. If I fell before the battle's end, it wasn't
wasn't fear, I just began again. So lay me down where the hills still hold the morning sound. Raise the flag, not for me, but all I had. Don't say goodbye with tear or sign. Just stand for the flag I left behind.
I miss the dance, the babies cry, the birthdays marked with empty chairs. But every mile and every fight I gave for something we all share. So if you hold your child tonight, no peace is born through sacrifice. So lay me down where the soil still sings of battleground. Hold your head, live the life I dreamed instead. Don't speak of me with pain confined. Just live for the flag I left behind. Tell my brother not to grieve too long. Tell my girl she made me strong. Tell my mama I found light in every dark and final low. So lay me down where the wind still runs through sacred ground. Say I stood for more than fear, for all I could. Let my name fade, I won't mind. Just stand for the flag I left behind. I may be gone, but I left something standing.
If everything I built was gone tomorrow, I'd still raise my head. 'Cause what we stand for can't be burned down. I've walked through fire and desert sand, wrote home letters with a trembling hand. Mama sent a cross stitched in red, said freedom's more than words we've said. My little girl drew me in crayon blue, wrote be brave dad, I believe in you. We lose some sleep, we lose some news, but we never bow to doubt or flee. And we still raise our flag each gone, even when the light feels gone. The hope, the light, there's storm and fade, the silent praise and borrowed names. From every stream, from every shore, we fight for lust, we fight for no. And doesn't matter how the battered things, we still raise our fall. Desert boy in boots and just giant baked tea. First to rest, lust to leave the scene. You've seen hope since Christmas Eve, but he still wears hope, the cord is sleeve. His mama cries but never breaks. She thinks two pies and says grace for his sake. It ain't just gas and still I've been. It's every heart back home that cares. And we still raise our flag each gone, even when the light feels gone. And hold the lacquer storm and flame of salad prayers and bottled names. Since next strings to now to done, we show the world we still pay. And no matter what the heroes bring, we still raise our flags. Not the NATO's not we've coffee and down at dawn. We march with love, we march with grace. With every exhale, we're still in grace. We plunge in hell, you know, delay. With every ounce, with every step. When lose, when we break aside, we still raise. We still raise. How flat. So Willie asked what freedom means. Tell them it's to flight. We still raise. We waited more than just days. We waited for a heartbeat, for a voice we still remembered, to walk back through that door. He's walking up that old front path, the dust still clinging to his pack. No trumpets sound, no flags are raised, just quiet steps and distant gaze. He left in green, he comes in gray, but home still means he gets to stay. When the boots come home, we stand a bit taller, we speak a bit softer, we hold each one longer. They may not smile like they did before, but they're still ours, and that means more. So light the porch and leave it on. We hold the line till war is gone. The kids all grew, the porch paint cracked, but she still leaves his coat unpacked. He nods, he hugs, then looks away. Some things are too far to replay, but he is here in flesh and bone, and that's enough to call it home. He's not the boy who said goodbye, he's someone shaped by loss and sky. So don't ask stories, don't press too loud, just say you're proud and say it proud. When the boots come home, we breathe again. Through all the break, through all the bends. They might be bruised, they might be still, but they came back through strength and will. So raise the flag, don't ask for more, just thank the ones who walk that road. He's home, not the same, but still here, and we love him just the same.
Sweep the porch before the sun gets high. Wave to a kid, but his daddy pulls him by. The postman skips the second step, like truth might stain the mail he kept. I paint the fence, I fix the gate, but it don't change how they speculate. They see my clothes, not how I care, just lines I hang, not crosses I bear. Hanging my laundry when the sky turns gray. They drive by slow, then look away. Hanging my laundry in the morning sun, like airing out sins I've never done. Hanging my laundry on the backyard line, truth in the breeze they call a sign. Hanging my laundry, plain to see, but the stains they judge don't come from me. I don't wear ties, I don't shake hands, don't nod on cue like a proper man. I sip black coffee, read worn out plays, they call that strange on Sundays. I don't deny what's in my bones, but silence builds in tidy homes. Their curtains twitch when I walk past, like difference means a darker past. Hanging my laundry when the sky turns gray. They drive by slow, then look away. Hanging my laundry in the morning sun, like airing out sins I never done. Hanging my laundry on the backyard line, truth in the breeze they call a sign. Hanging my laundry plain to see, but the stains they judge don't come from me. Maybe grace ain't pressed and neat. Maybe truth walks on bare feet. Maybe shame's not mine to hold, just stories washed but never told. Hanging my laundry when the wind won't quit. Let 'em stare, I'm used to it. Hanging my laundry in the open sky, where I don't need no alibi. Hanging my laundry on the backyard line, truth don't fade, it holds the spine. Hanging my laundry, let it be, their eyes are blind, but I still see. Fading my laundry, that's just me.